What's up, guys? So, got some news. We went under contract with our house today. And on our new house, we've been under contract for a couple of days now. So things are moving right along. We got a really good offer. We don't anticipate many hiccups. So we're excited. Now is the fun part. We got to pack up all of our stuff. So we'll be sharing some of our packing tips with you. And yeah, we'll see you throughout the process. Okay, so as you're packing and finishing up either rooms or different sections, or in this case cabinets, a good tip is to mark it somehow. Like for example, we're using painter's tape, so I already know that this drawer is empty, these cabinets down here are empty. Otherwise, you'll just keep going back and forth and opening it half a dozen times just to see if it's empty or not. So once you're done with either, you can do a whole room or a cabinet like this, slap a piece of tape on it, don't have to waste time looking through it. And that's tip number one. So good organization tip, you might have seen this around before, is to kind of color coordinate your boxes. So we have this big poster here, and this is what's going to kind of direct everyone when we're moving. Each room has a designated tape color. I found a wire hanger. I hung all the tapes on here. That way we can just keep it accessible. And anytime we finish packing a box, we put a piece of tape on it. Actually, a few pieces of tape, which I'll show you when we get to the boxes part of where it goes. That way the move can go smoothly because we're nice and organized. But these are our boxes that we're using. So one of my biggest tips for not only the packing part but the actual making the moving part easy is to have the same size box. So you can see all of these boxes here are all the same size box. If you can, as much as possible, not everything is going to fit into the big box, but pick a box that's easy enough for you to carry but can still hold a bunch of stuff. And then I prefer just going and buying them. You can find like frugal videos, how to move frugally out there. And they'll go ahead and visit their grocery stores and things like that to try to get free boxes. To be honest, boxes aren't really that expensive. You can probably get all the boxes you need for under $100. So at Home Depot, these large ones are $1.80 regular price. We bought a bunch of them when they were on sale. So Home Depot had a half off sale for moving boxes. We bought a bunch of them there during that time. So, moving boxes aren't really that expensive. For me and the missus, it's not worth our time to go and dumpster dive for boxes and things like that. I will try to get a few smaller boxes from work, that we're throwing out. But other than that, I do not think you need to waste time going and dumpster diving for some boxes. You can save elsewhere in terms of packing. Like I don't think you really need bubble wrap or anything like that. All you really need is some boxes, some tape, and I went ahead and got the what is that? Like that cellophane wrapper that you can wrap stuff in. That's really helpful, and you'll see that when I pack up the dishes and everything. But go ahead and just buy yourself some boxes. We have a whole bunch already packed. It's 2 rows deep, and we still have a bunch of boxes left over. You can see this is where the color coordinating tape comes in, as long as your daughter doesn't go and start ripping them off. She's ripped off a bunch already, which is kind of a hassle, but we did label everything. So that's another big packing tip, is making sure everything is labeled well. So don't just put what room it is or whatever, you put exactly what's in there. So this is kitchen stuff. In there, I already know the crock pot, dehydrator, cupcake liners, all this stuff is in there. And I don't have to open boxes and boxes just to find one thing that we're looking for. So label it right, stay organized, use all the same boxes. it's really going to make the actual moving and packing up that truck a lot easier. All right, we'll see you with the next tip. All right, guys, so this is what I meant about not having to buy bubble wrap or things like that. So there's a whole bunch of things you have to pack anyway. So your dish towels, your dinner napkins, heck, you can even use your clothes because you're packing that anyway. Use those to pad any fragile items. So here you can see me wrapping dishes up. You can use them, really anything fragile. Use those things and you're getting a 2-for-1. So you're packing 2 things at once. So it's saving time and saving some money. Okay, so once you wrap all those dishes, this is how you get them there safely. You stack them on their side. So not like this, not flat. That's how they're going to break. Okay, you lay them on their side and you fill up your box. Now you don't fill it up too heavy because you still have to carry it and you don't want to drop it. So fill it up, you can throw some extra padding in there, and voila. Alright guys, so that's the Involved Dads packing and moving tips. Hopefully they help you along your move and make it a lot smoother. It's good to be back. Next up we have our empty house tour. You can see I'm in the new office. So I'm excited to show you guys our new place, finish off our story, get back to the Baby 2 updates. We just had a little time off due to the move, so happy to be back. We'll see you guys next time. You give cheese? Yeah, good cheese.